Hi, may I please speak to Mr. Jamie Dimon? Yes, this is Jeremy calling. Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you. What's up? What's going on, playa? You know, living good, feeling good, eating shrimp, walking with a limp, acting like a pimp. You know what I'm doing. I do it every day, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, so anyways, I just want to talk, let's talk about Bitcoin for a second. Have you seen Bitcoin today? Hello? Hello? Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about Bitcoin. Oh my goodness gracious. Bitcoin is now over $5,000. This morning, Bitcoin shot past $5,000, is now hovering around $5,300, up about 10% from yesterday. It's the first time the cryptocurrency has shot past $5,000. Some exchanges saw the price hit $5,000 for a few minutes in September, but it only lasted about 10 minutes, marking today the first sustained movement past the historic milestone, guys. We got to talk about all this. Why is Bitcoin shooting up here to a new record high? Unbelievable. If you look at the past, let's just look at the past 12 months on this. It's over quadrupled, guys. Well over quadrupled in just the past 12 months. An unbelievable performance there, guys. So we're going to talk about this Bitcoin. You know, I'm not for Bitcoin. I'm not against Bitcoin. I'm just kind of like a sideline watcher right now, and I'm just kind of watching everything transpire. I'm watching people from both sides that are super bullish on it, super bearish on it, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch right now. Not as much fun as being in it because it's going to record highs, but it's still fun to watch. So let's see why this happened. So Bitcoin set a fresh record above $5,200 as investors bet on China easing trading restrictions and reacted to a prominent hedge fund manager also, which we'll talk about. But that's huge because China's come out and been very negative on Bitcoin, and now maybe there's a turn happening here where China's going to hop on board. If they do, that's big for Bitcoin. If they don't, and that's just a rumor, then that's obviously a bad thing. China is such a big market. That's definitely a market that if you want to be taken very seriously, you want to be in China, okay? There's some other speculation here. So Amazon.com speculation. Listen to this. There are rumors about Amazon.com accepting Bitcoin on its retail platform. This is pretty crazy. Amazon could announce that it will accept Bitcoin as payment on the site when it reports quarterly numbers on October 26, which may then Alibaba might do it. So first off, if China is so negative on Bitcoin at the moment, I'm not sure Alibaba would even be able to do that, anything like that. But the fact that Amazon could potentially do this, if Amazon actually did, that would be monstrous because you're talking about the most influential retailer, certainly in the online space. In my opinion, they're the most influential retailer in all the world right now. If they all of a sudden started accepting Bitcoins, that's a huge victory for Bitcoin. I cannot overemphasize that enough. That is a monumental. But right now, it's just all speculation. What is that even based upon? I don't ever remember hearing Jeff Bezos saying anything about they might start accepting it or something. So right now, that's just all speculation. Could it happen? Maybe, but I haven't heard anything that's for certain about that, okay? Also, another thing here is it's getting Wall Street attention. This is a good thing and bad thing we'll talk about. As the virtual currency gains more attention from average folks, it also is garnering eyeballs and investments from hotspots on Wall Street veterans. A co-founder of an alternative asset manager, Fortress Investment Trust, Michael, whatever his name is starting a $500 million fund to invest in cryptocurrencies and told CNBC during a recent interview that the currency could be worth up to $10,000 in 6 to 10 months. So he's expecting the cryptocurrency to double here real fast. Kind of an easy prediction to make right now because of how much it shot up, right? When something is shooting up like this, it's very easy to predict, oh, it'll just double again and those kinds of things, right? No different than when the market's going really bad or something's going really bad, everybody just starts, you know, oh, it's going to drop by another 50% or whatnot. Very easy predictions to make when the trend is obviously going a certain way at the end of the day, right? But this is a good and this is a bad thing. This is a really good and bad thing. So you got to understand this if you are, especially if you're a Bitcoin bull, right? Wall Street. When Wall Street gets involved with anything, they care about one thing and one thing only, It's making money. It's making $1 out of 15 cents, and that is it, okay? They don't have any feelings. They could care less about Bitcoin, about any stock they invest in, about anything real estate. All they're there to do is make money, right? And you can say that's good, you can say that's bad, whatever, but that is a fact. They're there to make money. They do not care about the long-term viability of Bitcoin. All they care about is making money, okay? So, that could be a great thing in the respect that all of a sudden money starts to come into Bitcoin and pushes prices up and up. However, there's also could be a big downfall here, right? You have all this Wall Street money in. As soon as a little panic sets in, right, the Wall Street funds start selling out. And what happens when they sell out, if it's huge amounts of money, then the prices will be way more volatile on the downside than they were previously. They will be way more volatile because when you have a lot of these big fund managers and whatnot in it, and when they decide to exit a position, it can get ugly real fast. So we already see how volatile Bitcoin is as of currently, but imagine how volatile it could be if there was also a little panic set in and you got a bunch of Wall Street money in there that all of a sudden is like, oh, we gotta sell out of this. We don't want to lose our investors here. They sell out and it causes more and more selling, and all of a sudden everybody gets destroyed there. So that's something that's an absolute risk. It's a great thing that more money's coming in and it's being taken more serious on Wall Street. It's a bad thing because Wall Street only sees the money. So they're not there for the long-term longevity of Bitcoin. And there's a lot of retail traders of Bitcoin that are not there for the long term either. They're just trying to make their money. They see it going up. They're like, let me put some money in here. I hope it goes up more. And whenever I want to sell out is whenever I want to sell out. So that's something to take into account there, guys. Jamie Dimon. So Jamie Dimon says he's not going to talk about Bitcoin anymore. Jamie Dimon, chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase, says he's not going to talk about Bitcoin anymore. In September, Dimon called Bitcoin a fraud. He came out super negative on Bitcoin, like unbelievably, like he's like the most bearish person maybe I've heard about Bitcoin, honestly, especially that's a famous person. JP Morgan is already involved in some blockchain projects, primarily related to a digital currency network, Ethereum or whatever you call that stuff there. So I'm not with Jamie Dimon, but at the same time, I'm not with the bulls on Bitcoin. I'm just kind of on the sideline watching. I've kind of told you guys that it's a fun game to watch right now. But you definitely have a lot of people that are insanely passionate on the bullish side. I think Bitcoin is the future and it's going to $100,000 and this and that. You have people that are super negative, like a Jamie Dimon here, who's thinks it's a fraud, thinks it's a tulip bubble or whatever. Who knows who's going to be right? It's just a fun game to watch right now. So let me know what your guys' opinion is on Bitcoin in that comment section. I really want to hear from you guys. Do you think it's going to keep shooting higher in the short term? I really want to hear long-term predictions too, like Bitcoin like 10 years from now, 5 years from now. Like, where do you guys see Bitcoin at? Do you see it being way bigger piece of the puzzle than it is now? Do you see it being smaller? Do you see a crash coming? I would love to hear from you guys in that comment section today. Thank you for watching and have a great day. By the way, we hit 80,000 subscribers.